This is my Sephora. This is my Sephora. This is my Sephora. Sephora. This is my Sephora Spring Shale. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get this intro one of these days. Hey Glam Fam, welcome to today's video. So I'm sitting here going, I'm gonna come up with this really nifty intro, and I couldn't because I was so frustrated that they put the logo upside down. And no, they didn't do that. Your girl just opened up the box the wrong way. Hello, dum-dum. So I was like, how am I gonna present this and make it look good? Anyway, I guess you guys guessed it by now. We're doing my Sephora Spring Sale haul. We're also gonna create this gorgeous eyeshadow look from the new Mcgrath Mini Smoke palette that I picked up. And I just wanna have some fun with you guys. If you're new here, I'm Kristi. I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and click that post notification bell. Join us, we're here every week, and we just love for you to become part of our family. If you like videos like this, please give it a huge thumbs up. And without further ado, let's get started.
You're still my favorite queen of the night. A friend, let's drive off again. Let's drive off again.
All right, my beautiful glam sisters, I cannot believe it took me so long to film that intro, and I can't believe it took me 10 minutes to realize I opened up the box the wrong way. The girl needs to go to sleep or do something. Anyway, we're just gonna cover everything I picked up during the sale, but before we get started, I do want to see if any of you were able to pick up the Magic Mind shots. They have a new version, the 2.0. I talked about it in a previous video and I went more into what it is and everything behind it, so you can check out that video right there. But basically, this little 2-ounce shot is packed with nootropics, adaptogens, ceremonial grade matcha, and many other incredible ingredients like ashwagandha. This has been a huge game changer for someone like me who loves caffeine, but I can't drink too much coffee anymore because I get really bad acid reflux. And this really helps me stay focused and actually get focused. And I think that's the biggest thing is sometimes with our coffee, we get a good high, a good spike, but then we start crashing throughout the day. And that's where this 2-ounce shot, you don't have to replace it with your coffee, but you could take it alongside your coffee. And it has personally helped me a lot. I know some of you were really interested, so I would love to find out if any of you did purchase it. You can use my code KristiA20 and that will get you 20% off. I can't tell you guys how much it has really helped me, especially for someone like me who suffers from anxiety and depression. I'm still dealing with grief off and on. I know it's a roller coaster of emotions for many of us when you're dealing with grief. So this has really helped me, and I love that I don't have to keep drinking a ton of coffee. So just wanted to see if any of you were able to try it. Leave a comment in the comment section and definitely check out their website. All right, let's get on with this Sephora haul. All right, I'm gonna start off with hair because I didn't really buy that much from hair. So I did pick up my K18 because I mentioned this in the last video, but this is such a miracle product for me personally. This has helped my bleached, damaged hair so much. No, I'm not going to stop bleaching my hair because I love it, and it took many, many hours and days to get it this blonde. So this girl isn't doing it reverse anytime soon, but this has been a game changer for me. My hair has grown so much in the last month from using this the correct way. So when I first bought this product, it was at my salon. I actually didn't, it was before Sephora even got it. And I was told that you were supposed to wash your hair and do all that, and then just put it on, leave it on for 4 minutes, and then don't do anything until like styling and all that until you let that activate for 4 minutes. But I've realized since then you're not supposed to use conditioner. So I wasn't using it the right way the first bottle. So I wasn't like noticing as much of a difference. It's like Olaplex. There's a rhyme and a reason to everything that they do. I'm not a big fan of the Olaplex number 3. I never have been. I think it's good, but I didn't see that much of a benefit from it. I think I mentioned that before on my channel, but this K18 is a miracle product for me. And how I use this now is when I get in the shower, I wash my hair, and then I keep like a microfiber towel close to my shower. I always have it right there on a hook. And then I just kind of syringe out all of the excess water while I'm still in the shower. Shower's still running. I know I probably shouldn't do that. I live in California. But anyway, I just kind of like make sure it's not dry, but just kind of not so damp, right? Not just like I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I mean. And then once I put the towel back outside, and then I put this on and I leave it on for 4 minutes while I shave. And I only do this once a week, and then maybe every other week as I start feeling my hair get better and better. This is just a game changer. And then I leave it in for 4 minutes. I rinse it out, because once you've let it set in there for 4 minutes, it's supposed to just stay in there. And it's okay if you put other products on after. You're not gonna rinse it off, from what I've gathered from the K18 team. So basically you let it set in your hair, and then 4 minutes, wash it off. And then I go in with my normal conditioning or mask or whatever I decide to use on top of it. Now for me personally, because my hair is so dry and brittle and broken, that I can do that. And I have very thick hair, so I can manage that. Now if you don't, then I wouldn't put too many like mask type conditioners. I would do normal conditioners or whatsoever. But it just depends on your hair type. You got to kind of play around with it. But that's what's made this work even better for me. So now that I know that I'm using it the right way for my hair type, that it's become just a huge, huge game changer. So I picked up the $75 bottle, but I got my 20% off Rouge discount. I'm gonna go in kind of order of my things that I just really love. And I'm gonna start off with this guy right here. Oh my gosh. You guys know I was really excited about trying this brush out from Patrick Ta. This is his new nose contour brush. This is everything I was looking for in a nose contour brush. So I'll show you guys how I used it. And I used it with my Kevyn Aucoin medium sculpting powder, and I just sculpted my nose out with that. I would say it's like a fan, like an angled fan. It almost looks like almost like a razor blade in a sense. It's just that perfect. At first when I looked at it online, I was like, okay, this is gonna be perfect. And then I got it and I was like, it's a little bit bigger than I wanted it to be. But then once I started using it, I was like, oh no, this is everything I needed, because it's a little bit fluffier and it doesn't make it so that there's a line. And that's what I like about it. It's just, if you do nose contour, you need this brush in your life. If you don't, then you don't need this brush. But you could use it for other things. You can use this for eyeshadow too. But this is such a good brush. And the bristles, they're synthetic, so it's vegan, cruelty free, and all of that for my girls out there that don't like natural hair brushes. But this is incredible. I don't know what he did to these bristles, but they're really, really good. And then the fluffy side I like for just going in there and just kind of just smoothing out the line that you create with the more dense end, and the fluffy end is just a perfect fluffy brush to really get in there and soften out the nose contour. This is one of my favorite purchases I picked up during the sale. I love this so much. And then I picked up another Pat McGrath bronzer, as I told you guys I was going to do. So I have Bronze Dawn, and you'll see this later on in the video after I create the eyeshadow look. I will apply this, but that's what it looks like on right now. So I want to get through the haul first, just in case some of you are like, I don't really care about the eyeshadow look. You just want to see what I picked up. I wanted to get that in first, but I picked up Bronze Nirvana, and this is such a beautiful, beautiful shade. This is like the step up from Bronze Dawn, like the one shade up, and it's just a really beautiful undertone. I really love this color. It's probably going to be the one I go to the most during the summertime, especially as I start to self-tan and get tanned naturally from the sun in the summer. This is probably gonna be the one, but I still love Bronze Dawn. So if you're a twinsy to me and you're just kind of on the fence of what to pick up, I'll explain it later in the video, but I really do think that if you're my skin tone or above, I would go with the Bronze Nirvana. If you're my skin or lighter, I'd go with the Bronze Dawn. And I still wanna pick up Nude Honey, but that's only available on the Pat McGrath website. But that bronzer is still staying true. It's my #1 bronzer ever made. It's so good, and I'm so happy that I got another shade during the sale. So really, really like that. And then on top of the Pat McGrath bronzer, I also picked up the new bronze, and I'll put the full name right there. But this came out with, this is the Bronze Luxe Quad Venetian Sunrise. I think I said that right. It's hard to tell this lettering on the box, but really beautiful packaging as always with Pat McGrath. You get just that luxe packaging. I just love the pink. It's so pretty. And then, of course, you get like the mothership style palette, but a small like mini version, almost like the bronzer, all fits in with one. And this, oh my gosh, you guys, this is so beautiful. I'll show you in studio here. It is absolutely stunning. I mean, this shade right here. Yeah, so we are doing a full Pat McGrath, and I promised Hannah I would do that video, a full face of Pat McGrath, and we are gonna use this palette in that video. In today's video, later on in the video, I am using this little mini one that we'll talk about in just a second, but this quad is so incredibly beautiful. For some reason, this quad is a little bit cheaper on the Sephora site, plus you get your discount. I don't know why it's a little bit more expensive on her website. I think it was like 62 on her website and 58, I wanna say. I'll show you guys the price point right there. But with my 20% off, it came to a good deal for a Pat McGrath luxury eyeshadow palette. So very excited. Let me know if you guys are excited for me to do a look with this quad, but it is stunning. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I'll show you guys the swatches right there. I know it's early and I'm gonna do the look later on, but I want you guys to be able to see the swatches just in case you do want to pick up that eyeshadow palette, but you want to see what it looks like. It is just top-notch, beautiful pigmentation. It's so incredibly creamy. I can't even explain to you how beautiful that quad is. I was like, wow. I was just like, literally, like, it took my breath away. It was so beautiful. And then we also picked up I also picked up, I feel like we did this together, right? The Pat McGrath Mini Sublime Smoke Palette, and we will do this look in this video, so stay tuned for this. Don't go anywhere. It's such a beautiful, beautiful palette. I'll show you all of the swatches of that as well. It comes from the Mothership, and I'll explain this later on when I do the look, but it comes from the Mothership 5, 6, and 7 palette. You get different shades, and it was all of my favorite shades from those palettes. So I was really excited because for someone like me that will get up and travel sometimes, I want something small that's easy to throw into my makeup bag. It's so pretty. Even these are nice because they're not so massive, but they're still so beautiful. I mean, this is incredibly luxe. It's just, I mean, how could you not love her packaging? It's so pretty. It's elegant. It's simple. It's just Pat McGrath. She's just a goddess. All right, so I picked all of that up. That's what I got from Pat McGrath. And then I also picked up this gem right here. This is from Melt Cosmetics, and all of Melt was on sale, and I think it still currently is. I'm gonna be releasing this video before the sale ends, so you'll still have time to shop this. Remember, you have till the 24th to keep shopping. And this was on sale, plus I got my 20% off. This palette, I can't even explain to you how incredible this formula is. It is insanely beautiful, and this is the Zodiac palette. This is the water one. When you open the palette, it says stop crying, it's not that deep. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. And each name I think is named, I think each shade is named off of some of the Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, if you belong to any of those. So I think these shades kind of fit the mood of some of those signs. I don't know that much about signs, but anyway, this color collection story is just one of my favorites. You guys know, if you're a Glam Fam sister, I love my greens and I love my blues and I love my neutral browns. So this kind of gives me everything in that palette. And this is an extraordinary formula by Melt Cosmetics. Extraordinary. So much. I loved the formulation as I was swatching it so much because they were so incredibly creamy and the metallics were so rich that I ended up going online before I filmed this video and ordered the Earth. I can't remember. It's the green one. That one right there. I ended up ordering that one. So that's coming in the mail. I also ordered the Melt Blush, and I was mentioning it to somebody last video. I can't even remember. My mind is all messed up right now, but that blush looks very orange and peach online, but when I read the comments, and I think I remember seeing this one in store before, it's a little bit more pink than it is orange. So it's more of a pinky coral, I want to say, and I definitely want to try that out. I don't know if they're going away with it, but it looks really beautiful, and I have to find substitutes to my Sephora collection blushes because I'm no longer going to be able to get these because they reformulated this, and I left it in the community tab for you guys, but they put coconut oil in these. I'm so angry at that, I can't even talk about it. I can't even talk about it. But anyway, all of the Melt products, or pretty much a lot of the Melt products, were on sale. Plus you get your extra 20, 15, or 10% off of that. So that's awesome. And I also ordered a lip liner and the Perfectionist brow pen because I did want to try that out. Stay tuned for all of that. So I did pick up the Too Faced, and I ended up returning it today because when I got the other shade of the Pat McGrath bronzer, because it literally burned me. So I wanted to try it out. It's the new Too Faced Lip Injection lip liner, and I'll show you guys the up close shots. I did take pictures of it. I put it on last night to try it out before this video, and it literally was, I was on fire, and I was like, I don't know if I can do this to myself again. I don't know. I may try it down the road. I don't know, but today it was, or last night it just burned. It burned. So it's not for my girls out there that don't like that burning sensation that you get from a lot of the lip plumpers. It's probably like times 10 when you put it on as a lip liner. But let me tell you, that sucker works. Like my lips were like, boom. My lips were, it looked like I got lip injections. Seriously, it's probably the one product I can tell you gives you the most realistic version of what your lips would look like if you were to get injected. It's definitely the best lip plumper product out in the market. I can tell you that much. I don't know, I just couldn't fathom spending that kind of money right now, because even though I got the 20% off, it was still over $20 with, you know, even with my Rouge discount. And I was like, I don't know that I would wear it that much, and I would probably wear it for just a video. That's not one that you'd probably want to wear on a first date or with your significant other, especially if they don't like those tingling type of products, those like even the Too Faced and stuff like that. A lot of guys don't like that. So I would definitely, if you're planning on kissing somebody, especially for the first time, that's not a lip liner I would recommend using. But if you're out with your girls and you want to look like you have more of a lip plumping effect, that is the one product I can honestly say makes you look like you have lip filler. So I wish I would have filmed it for you guys, but I was like, I was gonna try it again today, and I was like, no, I can't do that to myself. I absolutely can't do it. And then I was afraid I was gonna break out in like rashes or something during the video. So I was just like, you know what, forget it. We're just gonna return it. We don't need to spend that much money right now. So that's it, you guys, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's roll over into the eyeshadow look. All right, Glam Fam, we're gonna create a look with this mini Sublime Smoke palette that I picked up during the sale, and oh my goodness, you guys, this is all my favorite shades from all of my favorite Mothership palettes, and I will show you guys because I have them all right here. So these little guys, don't let them throw you off. I was talking to Amber the other day, and she was saying that the squares were throwing her off, but then she ended up picking this up during the sale because I told her these are all our favorite shades from the Mothership palette. So this is coming from the Mothership 5 Bronze Seduction palette, and then we also have a couple shades from the Mothership 6 Midnight Sun palette, which is one of my favorite Pat McGrath Mothership palettes of all time, hands down. And then we have Mothership 7 Divine Rose. We have one shade coming from there. So let's take a look at it. We get 3 mattes and 3 shimmers. So from the Mothership 5, which was the bronze palette, that one is Skin Show Divine Glow, which is a golden champagne, a really beautiful inner corner, brow bone, even the center lid shade, just stunning. And then from the Mothership 6 palette, we have Taboo, and that's the Midnight Sun palette, and that's like a brown ochre matte. It is so pretty. That's one of my favorite shades from all of the Mothership palettes. So I was really happy to see pretty much all of the ones I love in this little mini palette. And then we also have from the Mothership 6 Midnight Sun palette, Bronze Eclipse, which is a bronze taupe sheen, really beautiful shade. And then we have also from the Mothership 6 Midnight Sun, Extreme Dusk, which is a charcoal brown matte. It has a really cool, but yet you can still wear it in a warm way as well. It's kind of that neutral dark matte, charcoal matte. And then from the Mothership 5 palette, we have Blaze Bronze, and that's a glittering golden bronze, and that's from the Bronze Seduction palette. And then from the Mothership 7 palette, which is the Divine Rose, I want to say, palette. Yeah, it was Divine Rose collection. And that one is the Extreme Mahogany, which is a rich mahogany matte. As you can tell, all of those little mini swatches swatched just like the Mothership ones. You won't be disappointed. You're getting the same exact quality as you would in this Mothership palette because they're the same exact shades. She just put them into a more travel-friendly palette. I always tell you guys, I've said this before when I've done a review and look with the Mothership palettes, is they're so massive that they're hard to travel with. So what I like is that I can get some of my favorite shades from like this palette, which we have those 2 shades right there. As you can tell, this is the Mothership palette. I don't play with these too much because they're like gold to me. And then this Midnight Sun is one of my favorite palettes of all time. And you get a few shades, like that's that Taboo shade. I mean, you just get such quality shades. Obviously, this is the bigger palette. Now, you're probably thinking, Kristi, if I already have these, do I really need this and I don't travel much? No. This is only for my girls out there that really either don't have these Mothership palettes or travel a lot and don't want to bring these, because these are really heavy. You pay a lot of money, but you get quality packaging with Pat McGrath, where this is just a little mini version, and it's $29. You pick it up during the sale, whether you have 20, 15, or 10% off, you're getting that little bit of a discount. So let's jump into this look, and we are going to use that second shade, which is called Taboo. Again, a very warm brown ochre type transition shade that you can use. So I'm going to take my BK Beauty A504. We're going to go into Taboo and just put it on there, and that's what that looks like. Just a really mini brush, just so it doesn't go all over the place, and because I know Pat McGrath has so much pigment, I want to make sure that we are good to go. It's such a pretty shade. And I'm going to spread that out even more because we're using this as a transition, but I just want to get it in there. Just that same amazing Pat McGrath quality that we love. This was everything I was asking for because this is the neutrals I like, and the shades I just loved, but I'm like, oh, I can't travel with that palette. It's just too big. I already carry way too much stuff. Such a beautiful shade. Oh. Okay, and we're gonna use this What's Up Beauty. I talked about these this new brush line that I discovered. They sent their brushes to me in full disclosure, and I really love their brushes. Oh, it's so pretty. And then to smooth that out even more, I'm gonna take my Pat McGrath in Deep. You guys know I love these Sublime Perfection under eye powders to smooth out. And this shade Deep is just perfect for just, do you see how that just gives you that perfect blend? Oh, I love going over. And because it has pigment in this Sublime powder, that I even use that as just a soft contour, because we're gonna use one of the new shades I got from the new Divine Bronzers. And if you haven't checked out my full bronzer review, I'm obsessed with it, and I think I like this new shade even more. I love them both. All right, we're gonna build that Taboo up just a little bit more on the outer corner. Right here. I'm gonna pull Taboo in a little bit tighter on that crease, just right there. Just bringing in that pigment, we're going slow. Typical Pat McGrath formula. Her mattes are incredible. All right, I'm gonna go back into Taboo, but I'm gonna take this Anissa Beauty. This was sent over to me from Anissa Beauty, so thank you so much. You guys already know how much I love Anissa brushes. I've purchased all of my Anissa brushes on my own, but they did send this one over, and this is their new Eye Pinnacle brush. This is one of the most innovative brushes I've ever used. And I say that a lot with the Anissa brushes because they're probably the most innovative when it comes to brushes. They give you such unique shaping, like stuff that's not on the market. You guys know I've talked about their brushes. A few of you have already purchased my recommendations off of their stuff. You can use this to smudge out your eyeliner. You can use it to smudge out your brow products. Like you can use this, actually it'd be really amazing for the brow. I'd love to get another one just to try it on my brows, but we're gonna use this as an eyeshadow today. And you can also just use it how I'm going to use it, which is kind of more for the inner corner and then really getting that detail into that crease. This is incredible. Anissa is always vegan, cruelty-free, responsibly made, and comes in recyclable packaging. So let's take it on to Taboo from the Pat McGrath palette. Oh, it's so cool. It's just the coolest thing ever. Look at that. I mean, I don't even know if you guys can really get how cool that is. Oh, I just don't know I don't know any other company that comes out with something this innovative. We're just gonna stamp that. Do you see how that gives you like that perfect outer V area? And I like that you can just press that in so that you can really lay down that pigment and then we'll blend it out later. This is like perfect. And then I can go in here. Like I love this one. You guys know I talked about this crescent brush before. I purchased this one myself and I love this. This is also from Anissa Beauty and it is that perfect way to kind of, here I'll take the same color, Taboo from Pat McGrath, and we're just gonna press that in like that. See how that gives that shaping right there? And then you can go in with the detail with the eye pinnacle and you can just really start to press that in. And then you could take the crescent brush and just start stamping that in and blending it like that. See how that just blended it out perfectly? We're gonna take Extreme Dusk, really beautiful dark brown, almost with like a purple undertone. And we're gonna start placing that one right there. Now we're gonna go into Extreme Mahogany to blend that out. I'm gonna take my Sonia G Mini Booster. This is like a kind of like a purple undertone, I wanna say, but more in that mid range. And I'm just gonna go over the edges of that. I'm gonna take my Sigma E61. You guys know this is my holy grail blender, and I'm just gonna go over all of that. I'm pulling that out a little bit right there. Oh, it's so pretty. So we've used all the mattes now. Look at that, just beautiful. It's just the perfect combination right here. All right, because I want to use every single shade in this palette, we've already used all three mattes. I'm gonna go in with this golden one, even though that's a more cool tone shade and you can do like 2 different looks if you want. I'm gonna try to use all of them just to get it in there, but we're gonna use this middle shade right there. And we're gonna take that onto kind of a flat, fluffy brush. So I'm going to use this brush from What's Up Beauty. It's the R106. I'm gonna take that on there because it is more of a fluffy brush, but it kind of gives you, and it's clean, it kind of gives you a nice blend while you're patting it in. And we're gonna press this in on the outer V area. I take that back, I changed my mind. I'm gonna take the other side of the brush and go on to Bronze Eclipse. And I think that will kind of tie the mahogany in a little bit better. That's pretty, but I think I want more taupe right there. That's beautiful. All right, we're gonna take that same shade and we're gonna go in the inner corner like that. So pretty. Okay, I know I don't think these are available at Sephora, but I think you can still get these on patmcgrath.com, but these are her liquid shadows. I talked about these in another video. This is like her bronze colored one. I hope they're still available, I don't know, but I just want to put this underneath just because I think this is gonna look so pretty underneath it. You can use this, you can do it with any liquid shadow if this isn't available. You can even do it with the Danessa Myricks ones. These are so incredible. I don't know, I hope she brings them to Sephora eventually for my girls that like to shop on Sephora. I'm just gonna spread that out. Same brush, I'm just kind of spreading that out a little. And I'm just mainly focusing that in the middle just to pronounce this shade. I don't know if any of you bought this one when she launched these. I think it was last year at the end of the year. I'm gonna take a smaller, more detailed brush. This is just a crown brush going back into that taupey metallic sheen color. And I'm just gonna kind of get in there more. Now I'm gonna go back into that matte mahogany color, extreme mahogany, Sonia G Mini Booster. We're gonna push that one in there a little bit more. Going back into extreme dusk on the same Sonia G crease one. Get that depth back in that outer V. Once I clean up and put lashes on, it all comes together. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, now we're gonna take this first shade from the Mothership 5 palette. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's such a pretty color. And we're gonna put that right down the center of the lid. That lightness back into the lid area. I'm gonna take this R111 from What's Up Beauty. We're gonna go back into that first shade, Skin Show, and we're gonna use this as the inner corner and brow bone highlight. So this is the Huda Beauty, and these are their new creamy kohl liners. I really love this liner. It is a really, really, really good liner, and it stays all day long. And this will be really pretty with this look. I really love this color, so pretty. It goes perfectly with these undertones too. All right, now I'm gonna take the darker one, Extreme Dusk, onto my Rephr number 23 brush, and I'm just gonna smudge out the liner. I love the Rephr 23 for this. We're gonna go into Taboo. And then to clean all that up, don't worry, we're gonna go in with my Deep from Pat McGrath, the Sublime powder. And I just go in and go like that. And I've been really liking this brush to do that, and the powder. And see how that just cleans up that whole bottom area? I like to take like those two shades, in any type of palette I like to do this, but I take like the darker one and that one and I mix them together on this Sonia G crease one, doesn't matter which brush you're using, and then I like to just kind of stamp that, and it just kind of gives you that little extra security right there. Same thing, and I'm just gonna go right there and I'm just gonna stamp that. And don't swipe, just stamp. And that's what I do for the final touch every single time I'm done with an eyeshadow look. And then I just take my Sigma E41 and then I just kind of go over and around. Not too much, just like that. All right, you guys, I'm gonna pop on my lashes and I will be right back. So that is how the eyeshadow look came together once I popped on my Amy June lashes. You can use my code Kristi15. These are the Eve 3D Silk lashes, and it pulled it all together. Is a really beautiful, easy to use, friendly, travel friendly palette, and I really enjoyed it. I do want to try out this new Pat McGrath Divine Bronzer in the shade Bronze Nirvana. So you guys know I just did the Bronze Dawn. This is now Bronze Nirvana, and I think I'm going to love this one the absolute most. I think I just can tell by that undertone. I love the Bronze Dawn. I don't regret that one, and I will be probably using that one more towards like the winter time frame, and I have a feeling I'm going to be using this one more in the summer as my skin starts to get more and more tanned. So I have a new IT Cosmetics, well not new, but a clean IT Cosmetics brush. It just is stained, but this is freshly cleaned. So I am going to try this one out on camera just in case anybody had any interest in this color. And again, this is Bronze Nirvana. And this is just like a step up from the Bronze Dawn. You don't really need to dust off with these Pat McGrath bronzers. Oh my gosh, this color looks so pretty. This is a first impression of this color because I haven't yet to try this. I just picked it up today at Sephora. Ooh, ooh, I like this one. Oh, they're both pretty. I think they almost look the same, but this one has a little bit more depth to it, just a little bit. Oh, you guys, this bronzer formula. I love both shades. I don't know, they're both beautiful. Like I said, you can just literally pop these on. There's not a lot of blending you need to do with this. It's so foolproof. Both of these Pat McGrath bronzers are so pretty. This one almost looks a little bit more neutral undertone though, the Bronze Dawn, when looking at them side by side, and I'll show you guys the up close shot of what it looks like side by side. I do feel like the Bronze Dawn almost looks a little bit more neutral undertone, and then this Bronze Nirvana has a little bit more warmth and depth to it. So it just depends on what you're looking for, but they both work. If you're my skin tone or a little bit darker, I would definitely go with the Nirvana as a bronzer shade, just because it has a little bit more depth in there, but it's really beautiful. They're both gorgeous. I'm so happy I have both of them. So really loved that purchase, and I hope you guys enjoyed my Sephora haul. Be sure to check out Magic Mine. They do have the 2.0 version out now, and it is a really good option for those of you that don't like to drink too much coffee but really want to stay focused. So check that out. You can use my code KristiA20 at checkout and get 20% off. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, you're a true Glam Fam sister, and if you're new here, we'd love for you to hit that subscribe button, click the post notification bell, join us. We're here every week, and we just love for you to become part of our Glam Fam community. Make sure to check out last week's video, or the last video I just did, and please give this video a huge thumbs up when you guys hit the like button, and when you comment below. It's a free way to support my channel, and I can't tell you guys enough how much it means to me when you hit the like button and when you comment below, even if it's an emoji or anything like that. I know Jenna and Kathy, they're just so good about our Glam Fam sisters. They're so good about even just putting an emoji, and that really does help. It pushes my videos up through the algorithm, and it shows YouTube that people want to watch my videos and they're interested in, they're engaging in it, and they'll push it through the algorithm and show it to more people, and it just helps my channel grow. So again, that's a free way to support my channel. If you decide to purchase any last minute things on the Sephora sale, please use my affiliate link. I greatly appreciate that. All of that contributes to supporting my channel, and a small channel like me really can use that. So thank you so much, you guys. You can follow me on all of my socials at KristiAllure. Make sure to check out my merch, Glamorous Life Collections, and I will see you guys on the next video. Love you guys. Bye.
Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do.